In this video I'm going to discuss option 1 of our nearest store functionality. Option 1 basically means that you are going to store the data in your own database, as opposed to option 2 where we store the data and manage it for you. The example I'm going to use in this demonstration guide and the example download code. I've already downloaded that and extracted it, and in the root of this directory you'll find an install program which installs our COM object. It's a Microsoft example, so I'm just going to go in here and run that up. This requires a data key, which we discussed in various other videos, so I'm just going to click on the Get Nearest button here, which displays a demo form. Effectively, with option 1 you store your own data and your own table. What you need to do is add 2 extra fields called longitude and latitude, and then call our server to populate those 2 fields with the longitude and latitude of each of your stores or points of interest. This can be easily done, and again there's some more code in here that does that and fills it in to give the longitude and latitude. So when it comes to getting the nearest store function, all you need to do is make one call to our server to get the longitude latitude of the target, i.e. the customer's postcode. Let's see this demonstrated. I'm just simply going to hit the Get Nearest, and you can see here we've warranted to get the nearest within 100 kilometers and a maximum of 10 records. So let's see that in action. I've just got a break in the code here, so that's going to go into the procedure, and it's just setting there the data key for the COM object to identify our account. Now the first thing it's going to do is it's going to call our COM object listing the target postcode and the distance in kilometers, which is 100 kilometers, and that's going to return the difference in longitude and latitude, which is 0.91, relating to 100 kilometers. So now what's going to happen now is we're going to build up an SQL statement which we're going to query that table we saw earlier with the longitude and latitude for the difference. So effectively we're going to say get the longitude less 0.91 plus 0.91 and those within the latitude of plus and minus 0.91. So we're getting a square reference of 100 kilometers worth of data. So obviously that longitude and latitude requires an index on it. So now in Access we've just applied and run that query. So now all we do is step through all that data, and what we're doing is we're populating the COM object with that data, with the longitude and latitude, and the COM object is going to do some clever stuff. It's going to actually work out the distance between, and it will eventually sort that into descending order for us to then display on the screen. So if we go through there, you can see now it's running through, building up that list. So effectively we're building up a list in the data structure ready to sort. And let's step down to here, run to cursor. That's just telling us the number of records. There we just actually sorted it by calling the get the number of records. So now it's just going to reply with the results. So there's the results, we found 15, and there's our top 10. So effectively all we're doing there is storing the address information in a table with a longitude and latitude, and then we're basically getting the difference between 100 kilometers plus and minus. So we get then a square reference of all the points within that 100 kilometers, sort them and then display them. So again that code could be translated into any other language.